morning. Ben is driving me back to trail. We stopped and got coffee and a little bit of a resupply. He's driving right now. We had such a fun night last night. We ended up going to caverns. It was like the second he picked me up off the trail, we drove straight to the caverns, did that little tour, and saw some pretty amazing caves and like stalactites, stalagmites in Luray, yeah. And that was fun. And then we did karaoke. Well, we went to Ben did karaoke and had pizza, and it was just a really great evening off. And like, I'm feeling good, a little bit like still a little off. So glad that I'm taking, like, yesterday is like kind of an easy day. It was like around 22 miles, and then today I just have 40 miles in between here, or 41 in between here and Front Royal. So I'm probably going to try to get in 20 today, but I could also drop it down to like 15 if I need to. Like if I'm not feeling good. It's supposed to thunderstorm this afternoon, so so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's not too bad. So yeah, but if it gets bad or something, I could just tuck into a shelter and it'll be fine. It's not supposed to be freezing. It's actually supposed to be pretty hot. So this might be my first like really hot, really wet storm, which doesn't sound fun at all, but yeah, we'll see. So that's coming up, and so I just had to get a little bit of a resupply this morning just to fill in, but like my stomach has been so weird, like with the antibiotics and getting over this bladder infection. So I think that it was hard to pick food out and stuff, and I'm just like, what do I even like want to eat for lunch, especially like when I'm exhausted after hiking like so many hours of the day. That's like how I felt yesterday with food, at least. Oh, we're gonna like look at this really amazing overlook. Oh my god. Whoa. Yes, that is good. Oof. Wow. Holy smokes. So beautiful. Skyline Drive is an amazing drive. Big belly size. Putting on the pack. Oh. Bye. Okay, so it's 10 a.m. I'm back on the trail from Hawksbill Gap, which is where I got off yesterday. I'm hoping to do 20 or 22 miles today. This is probably another wayside or a camp, but I need to check the map and find out. It's right off the trail. Yeah, I guess it's the Skyline Resort, but I think just like the maintenance area, because I'm still half a mile away from the wayside. Pretty sure it's closed still. There was a comment about a week ago that said someone said it'll be closed for 3 weeks, so. Okay, wow. Wow, this is the prettiest view of the day. I mean, it's still early, but holy smokes. Wow. Also eating breakfast now, or food. The breeze feels really nice. I brought out these Belvita little breakfast cookies.
for the first time this morning. Really happy about it. I probably could have packed out more. They're really good. Wow. Amazing. Okay, I wonder what this rope is here for. Is someone climbing down there? Because that's crazy. I don't know anything about climbing. Oh my god. Whoa. Cannot imagine doing this. That would have been so cool to catch people like coming right up over the edge or something. Oh. Uh-oh. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, there's Skyline Drive down there. Ooh, it just keeps following this ledge. That's amazing. Wow. Ooh. So definitely a little extra, but warming up noodles for lunch today because I don't know, nothing has been tasting or feeling good, so just trying some ramen. I've only gone 7.4 miles, but it is like 1:15. So, and this is a nice picnic spot with a bathroom and water. So, yeah. Okay, I just took like almost an hour break, like 55 minutes. But I just got an email from Hyperlite Mountain Gear. I emailed them asking if they ever kind of do any sponsorships and they'd be willing to send me a pack to try out because I've never tried any of their gear and everybody loves their gear. And they just got back to me and they are going to send me a pack. So I get to say goodbye to this very old Z-Pax backpack. I've been using the Z-Pax Arc Scout since 2018. I tried out, like on the PCT, I tried out a few other backpacks on the CDT in 2021, but I haven't landed on one that worked as well as this one on the PCT, so I was just like, it's like falling apart on the inside. I can show you at some point, but and on the outside. It has a lot of Dyneema tape on it. I mean, granted, I've used it for thousands of miles, so it's held up so well. But I put a pack liner in it, and that made it so that even though it's kind of threading and coming apart at the bottom, I can still use it. I'm pretty sure I didn't get off trail right now. But anyways, they're gonna send me a pack along the trail, so I should get that in a couple weeks. And so anyways, I spent time emailing them and then making that ramen. So I still have 15 miles to go, like almost 15. And if I want to get all of those 15 at 2.5 miles an hour, I'm going to be hiking until 8 because it is currently 2 p.m. So hopefully I'm super well rested and the rest of the day goes smoothly and I'm able to make those miles. Maybe I'll have a little bit of night hiking tonight. We'll see. Bird's nest number 3. Passing the shelter. Whoa, there's a fireplace in here. Wow, this is pretty nice. Cool. Wow. There's the privy. I think the water's like down below the ridge. Would definitely be nice to be staying there tonight, but it's 3, so a little too early to stop. I kind of came up with this really cool hack for my shoulder straps since I'm like hiking in my small top. The shoulder straps were kind of irritating just because they're old and scratchy. And I thought if I just toggle my sweater to the top, I just rolled it up, except I left the arms loose and now the arms are just tucked under the shoulder pads. It's like working out perfect. So felt good about that because I was thinking about maybe putting some like getting a bandana, like a couple bandanas might work. Cutting my bandana in half and using it, but right now this is feeling really good. So happy about that. a lot of green leaves over there. Maybe I'll be heading into some green trees soon. Okay, so I was just at the road intersection that leads into Luray. It's 4:37. I've only gone 12.8 for the day, so excluding my hour-long break earlier, that's like 2.3 miles an hour, so definitely taking it a little slower today. I feel like a little distracted and kind of online a lot, just like different things. So that's kind of noticeable, and I'm like, okay, I want to have some like really good focused hiking time and aware of like how much I'm on my phone when I'm out here. Sometimes there's like zero service, so it feels like, oh, when there's really good service, it's nice to stay connected. Most of the time it's like kind of on and off all day. But I was just at that road intersection and I met a cool hiker named Nick and his dog. They're going into Open Arms Hostel, which is in Luray. I didn't stay there last night. I stayed at the, I think, Budget Inn, or maybe the Quality Inn, one of those. There's one right next to the Mexican food or the pizza place. Anyways, he had a shuttle on the way to pick him up. So I was like, ooh, maybe I'll just go into town tonight because the clouds are looming. Definitely looks like it's going to storm. The only shelter that's like viable to stay at is only like a mile from here. And that would be a really early day to like hang out at the shelter for the rest of the day for me. And then the other crazy thing is that there's a comment on one of the streams, I'll put it on this video, that says there's like a bear carcass like 75 yards upstream from this like stream crossing, like where the trail crosses a stream. And it's only like about a mile away from where I was going to camp. So I was feeling like a little bit weird about staying that close to like a bear carcass. It just doesn't seem safe because like dead animals tend to draw other animals. So I was a little freaked out about that. And then thinking like, oh, well, maybe I'll just hitch into town. Then there's only a little less than 27 or 28 all the way to Front Royal. So I could do the 28 tomorrow to Front Royal if I get if I get a ride back to trail fast enough. So all of these decisions, thinking about it, but it's only 4:30. I've only gone, and I started at 10. So yeah, only gone 12.8. I feel good, even though not 100%, but I still feel good to keep going for a few more hours. So hopefully, yeah, I decided not to go into town and just to camp. I'll put up my tarp and try to do a good job so I don't get rained on. And hopefully the rain holds back until well after I get to camp, which I'm hoping will be around 8:30, maybe 8, because I want to get well away from that stream with the bear carcass. So either I'll stop early before the bear carcass stream, or I'll try to make it farther, depending on the weather and how I'm feeling and how fast I'm like able to go. So that's like a little interesting update for today. It's weird how often you have like little decisions like this that are many layered, and you just have to weigh them out and kind of go with your gut. Like, yeah, so hopefully tonight is not a bad one and I don't spend the evening wishing I was in the hostel. We'll see. Okay, started raining. Made it like less than 2 miles from that road crossing. So I'm gonna throw my rain cover on my pack. It's too muggy to put on my jacket. So unless it gets real bad, I might just stay like this. Okay, felt too weird getting rained on without my jacket on, so I put my jacket on, kept my pants off, my rain pants. We'll see if that changes. Setting up my tarp in this is gonna be fun, so hopefully this passes. Calm down. That's nice. Hopefully it stays this way and then I dry off by the time I set up my tarp. Okay, so this is the stream, I think, where there's apparently a bear carcass above it. Okay, only 0.5 from this wayside that I'm gonna get water from. The wayside's not open, but I think, pretty sure there's a spigot there. So we're gonna get water there, and then just 1.2 to where I'm gonna camp. Hopefully, there were some comments that said there were some flat spots, and it's pretty much all uphill. So I think I should still beat sunset, but we'll see. Okay, I just took this little side trail to get to this wayside, which is thoroughly closed, but looking for the water spigot, which is said to be behind the bathrooms. So probably, oh, back there. Definitely would have been cool to come in here. Elk Wallow Camp Store. Oh, back to trail. Okay, feeling a little nervous because I wasn't able to see the flat spots that are supposed to be, I think, on this side. So I think I passed them, so I'm going back a little bit. It's getting dark quickly. I don't have my glasses on or my headlamp on. So I think maybe that's it. Seems like it could be flat back there. Let's see. Oh, kind of. A little bit of a path here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that this might be it for the night. It's a little slanted, but I think this is it. Okay, I made it. Oof. Okay, so it's definitely not the perfect pitch, but it's nice and low to the ground in case it does actually rain. And everything's all pulled out nicely. It's definitely on a slant, but I'm gonna put my backpack under my feet on this side, so hopefully that'll level me out a little bit. It's like kind of all on a slant. Also, when you're toggling out your cords that are connected in the middle, you can put sticks to elevate the toggle. If that makes sense. So it's like pulling out a little bit higher than it would be because of the stick. Again, not perfect, but this is only the second time I've ever set this up. So looking pretty good. I need to put the ground sheet in and then get in. And for those of you who are curious, it definitely is a tarp. It just looks exactly like a tent. So no ground sheet in there yet. I also made it really low because I don't really know how to do this yet. And I figured it will, just in case it gets the rain, seemed like I may as well just crawl in here. Okay, so I'm all in bed. I have my bivvy and my backpack. Let's see if I can show you. Oh yeah, here's my backpack with my rain cover. Oh, like under my legs. And then, this is very hard to do in a second, but I just had snacks for dinner. I didn't feel like cooking. Sometimes if I'm like in a weird place, I just want to be more bear aware and I don't like cooking right, you know, in my tent. So yeah, I think I have like a tiny bit of service that's going in and out, so I've been able to connect a little bit, but I was feeling so good about just like being in my tent or like in my tarp and like making it, and I still am, but there are definitely like slugs that keep trying to crawl on my like ground sheet. That's really gross. And then I saw this like really fast moving worm like not too far outside my tarp, and then like little spiders. So definitely like an adjustment with the tarp. But yeah, I'm all zipped up in my bivvy, so hopefully like I don't zip it all the way over my head, but my sleeping bag is inside the bivvy, so I feel safer from bugs, I guess, on the inside. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Just heard a big branch break. From an animal. Oof. Don't see anything out there. Huh.